Hey guys, Jacob here. This is a 1.8.2 build video for Tom Clancy's The Division. As you guys can see, I'm running 2 ARs on my Striker gear set. This video is based on how to get the max stability out of your AR slash how to increase your stability, I guess you could say. First off, I'll go over the gear I'm using. As you guys can see, it's 6-piece Striker. I'll go over the gear pieces first. As you guys can see, I'm running a firearms health mod and a stamina health mod with an EDR, 16,000 health, 56% ammo capacity, and stamina. Mask rolled for crit chance, firearms is ceramic resistance. The mod is a crit chance mod, rolled for stamina. D-pads rolled for rolled for firearms, the crit chance mod, and a pulse crit chance, and they have health on them. So, backpack, as you can see, yes, stability. That's what this build's based on, to get the max stability out of your gun on Striker, mostly for last stand, as you guys will see in a minute. I have blade resistance as well and roll for stamina. The mod on this is an EDR mod with pulse crit chance mods. Gloves, assault rifle crit chance, crit damage. Holster has a pulse crit chance mod, as you can see. You could have first aid self ally heal or self heal if you wanted, but that's just what I'm running currently. First off, I'll go over the AR I'm using now, which is the Responsive Unforgiving Deadly. And here are the mods I'm using. Actually, one of the mods is not on there currently because I had it on something else earlier. But the mod on this is right here. So you can see 2.50% stability also on this, which isn't a whole lot, but it does help just a tiny bit on your gun. That way you're not shooting it everywhere with Striker. But here are the mods. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. As you can see, it's a 162 gear score gun, 14.2 base damage. It has responsive, capable, which I'd have deadly on instead, and stable. Stable used to be 35% if I remember correctly. They were going to nerf it to 15, I think. Then they nerfed it down to 10. So no one really uses this talent anymore. It's kind of just sitting here. But the cool thing is, if you have a level 29 gun and go into last stand, the boost of damage actually increases. So your damage may be 14.2 in this, but when you go in the last stand, it actually goes up a lot more to be like this gun. So it should be about 20% or 20 point K base damage on the LVOA, but I have responsive, deadly, and stable. They're stable, my bad. As you guys can see, it had capable on it, but if you go to the range, this is with the normal lightweight. I'll show you guys now. And it's still pretty stable, as you guys can see. Oh, someone's looking for a group. But if you go to the LVOA, which I'll show you guys now, is ridiculous. But if you use this talent right here, called Steady Hands, it just beams even more. It's ridiculous. But I'll show you guys the mods on this right now. As you guys can see, ProRad dot sight, extended mag, large suppressor, and right here is a little bit different. It has an angled grip. I've never used this grip in the game. The whole time I've been playing this since day one, I've never touched this grip. I've always used this grip right here, which is probably the best grip in the game you can get, but I decided to use this instead just for fun to see how accurate I could be with my gun. As you can see now, I'll go over the character sheet. As you can see, 25% crit chance and 81% crit damage. Stability is 70%. I think that might be a little bit overkill, but you know, who really cares? Personally, I think this is an experimental build if you guys want to try out and use stable for once. Not a lot of people use it anymore, so that's you know, just your choice if you want to use it or not. I'll go over the other things I'm using, which is the abilities. A pulse with 15% crit chance with the mods on it. Immune station considered still as bread bleed. Critical save, combat medic for your teammates, and strike back. And the main one which I'd recommend using is Steady Hands. That way when you enter cover, your recoil is reduced by 25% for 10 seconds. So that way you can just shoot people from a distance. It's ridiculous. And if you hit your pulse, as you can see, I ran out of ammo, but this build is really fun to run around with in last stand. I would not recommend running it in the DZ, but that's probably the a way you could get your stability up if you guys just want to try something new. I know this video is really short, but this is my version, I guess you could say, of the laser beam build, since everybody's been using ARs lately. But if you want to try something new, I try using Stable. It's really fun to use. That way you can just shoot people across the map. I'm going to say now, this gun isn't that strong in Dark Zone, since you don't have the crazy damage. If you get up to 100 stacks with this guy, you're still hitting at 26.1. That's not crazy, but if you had Deadly on it, it'd be a lot more effective. So if you have an AR in your stash you're not using, or maybe an MP7, MP7 I don't think that's really necessary, but or if you have maybe a lightweight M4 LVOA with no talent on the bottom that you can re-roll, I'd roll Stable on and try it out. It's not as strong as the 35%, but you got to realize if you had the 35%, this already gives you, if I remember correctly, yeah, you're getting 10% from this, and you're also getting 20, so that's 30%. If you had the 35%, you'd be getting over 60% guaranteed, plus the 70. You're it'd be OP as shit, basically, is what I'm saying. It'd be ridiculous how much you could beam people with this build. But as always, that's it, guys. I don't know if this video helped you guys out at all, but I will catch you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed.